What's up, everybody? It's Mick Bond here from Bond Group America Construction. I'm coming here to explain to you guys the number one question I get from a lot of clients the minute I hop on the phone with them. That number one question is, how long should my bathroom remodel take? So we're a high-end bathroom remodeler in Washington, D.C. We specialize in bathrooms, kitchens, and decks. But today, we're going to be focused on bathroom remodeling. So how long should your bathroom remodel take? While that question is very subjective, there are a few things that can affect the length of your bathroom. The first thing I want to mention are permits. Permits are so important, guys. The reason for permits is so that the city understands what you're going to do to your property, so that they can keep these stuff as the record for future homeowners and things like that, to just understand exactly what was done to the property. Now, there are two types of permits that you can pull when it comes to bathroom remodeling, and I'm going to explain why I consider them two. One, there's what you call a replacement in kind permit. Replacement in kind permit is simply a permit that you pull, letting the city know that you're replacing everything in kind, or you're removing everything that's already there and just putting it back. Number two is when you have a building permit. The building permit is when you're actually going to be changing up the space of the bathroom, and you need to explain to the city what needs to get done. In this case, they may require you to do a whole floor plan of whatever floor that bathroom is on, and maybe the level below, in order to see where the piping is at and all that stuff. Now, with a replacement in kind permit, this permit normally takes anywhere between 24 to 48 hours, at least on my experience. Now, with a building permit, that can take weeks or probably even months to pull, especially if you have some comments from the city and things that needs to be rectified, or just issues that may come up left and right. That's the only thing with that. So permits is the number one thing. Once that's done, then it gets transferred to construction. Now, the one big thing when it comes to completion also is the contractor. Now, a contractor can be competent. He can be very honest with you. He can think that he can get the project done at a certain completion of time, but as everybody knows, construction is not perfect at all. Anything can happen at any time. And another factor that drives into that is also if the contractor also has subcontractors. Subcontractors are not direct employees of contractors. So in that case, the contractor has no control over that subcontractor, which means that if, for example, the plumber had a job previous to yours, which may have got delayed or may got pushed over or something happened, he has to get that job done before yours, and you literally have no control over that. So you have to wait till he's done until then he can come to your project. So there are things like that that affect your project, which may most likely usually always happen. Construction is one of those industries where we can plan so much, but we have so little control over a lot of things. But talking about bathroom in particular, there are two things, right? I just mentioned the first one. The first one is permits. How long it takes to get your permit would highly affect the timeline of when your project can get done. Number two is the subcontractors. For me, subcontractor is the biggest deal when it comes to the timeline for completing your project, because in something like a bathroom, you have the electrician, you have the plumber, you have the mechanical guy, you have 3 or 4, you have the tile person, you have the drywall person, and the timeline of your project is all determined by how many in-house employees your existing contractor has. Because the more work they have to subcontract out, it is the longer time that you should expect your project to take. I hope that makes sense, because at that point, they literally have zero to no control over what their subcontractors are doing, unless they've built a really good relationship with these people over the years, whereas they can call them for a job maybe in a week, and they can show up right then and there. But a lot of people are out here to satisfy their clients, and if they're on another job, they're gonna leave their job just to come satisfy your job. So that's what it takes to have your project completed. I know you guys were looking for sort of a definite answer for this question, but there's no definite answer, because every single construction company that you're going to work with is very subjective. So just ask them, hey, how long should I expect this project to take? How many subcontractors do you expect to have on this project? Typically, a lot of contractors would have their drywall person, their tile person, and maybe their vanity installation person all in-house. When it comes to the plumbing stuff and the electrical stuff, they typically sub that out to somebody that has specialties. At least that's what the good contractors do. Because if you have one person doing all the work in your property, you need to turn the other direction and run away, because there's no jack of all trades. Because if he's a jack of all trades, then he's a master of absolutely nothing, which means that there's one thing in that project that he's going to mess up, and it's going to cost you more on the long run. So it's better to spend a little bit of cash, hire the more professional guy, the person that has a specialty on all their projects, than to hire the one, you know, Uncle Bob, that's a one-man show that says that he can do the tiling, he can do the plumbing, he can do the HVAC, he can do all that stuff. Because that's an absolute lie. Because if he can, then that's a problem. You can't just do that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next episode here for Bond Group America Construction. I hope to be dropping more tips like this for you guys to make more informed decisions when trying to hire contractors and who we really are. We're really nice people. You just have to get to know us. Thank you so much. Peace.